He will not be happy. Leon McDonald. John Rowe on for Elsom.
I just look at it this way, AJ. It's a real test of character to see how much character this All Black team has now.
McAllister. Flat to Tarumanga. Leading from the front, turnover. Bit of space out wide here. Rathbone can't get away from Rockethoko. He's got his dander up, hasn't he? Oh, that's the sort of break the All Blacks need. Umaga. Richie McCaw says put it on the hoof. The kick in behind Gerard. He thumps it back down the park. Pity Weepu. Hell, we've got a ball game on our hand here now. Just 1 point in at Major. Aaron Major taken out. Penalty All Blacks.
Well, that's replacement prop. Matt Dunning. He's made an impression straight away.
Well, possibly maybe give away 3 points ball, but it looked a lot dangerous. There was a lot of space behind Dunning, so he probably warranted 3 points rather than 7.
So Luke McAllister, here we go as we look on the forward replay. No,
That's cool, stuff. No, it took to get out of that. That was a hungry one, wasn't it? I'll probably make a run. I think a few range now. This is 3 points for McAllister, and just really when they hit the pressure on the All Blacks, giving them an opportunity to have a bit of space.
Well, it's a real letdown for his teammates, isn't it, AJ? They've done so much good work to get themselves back in this match, just to give away 3 like this, if he gets it, of course.
Luke McAllister slots the penalty. First points of the second half. And the All Blacks 23-19. Rogers. Chris Jack takes it in. Just short of the All Black 22. 12 minutes on in the second half.
Balling's starting to play a bit of a part in this game.
I think the All Blacks have just got down to some basic football. Good take from the kick-off there by Jack, well supported by his lifters. Set the platform, suck in the loose forwards, commit the forwards by the Wallabies and start driving downfield. Play some smart rugby.
Gee, Luke McAllister to me looks so comfortable at first 5'8", doesn't he? Talk of him being a second 5'8", yeah. You know, but to me, he just looks the goods there, very comfortable at ease, comes on straight into the game, just fits in seamlessly.
Well, he certainly was a catalyst last week, wasn't he? He came on and he injected some enthusiasm with the last 10 minutes when the All Blacks were behind, and he played a vital role in that victory.
Don't want to be seen to be criticising Leon McDonald, but really, in 2007, the All Blacks are on a World Cup campaign, and you haven't got Daniel Carter. Then Luke McAllister is going to be the guy you're going to go to as your number 10. Simple, you would have thought. So it's good to see him out there and soaking up this cauldron, and that's what it is at 23-19. Make no mistake.
Well, I think it's all about building depth in positions, because as is what's happened with Dan Carter, we need to have someone to take a player of his caliber's place if they get injured. So it's building depth, and I think Graham Henry and co are doing a great job in that regard.
Nothing in this one. Richie McCaw, 2 hands off the top to nobody. Loaki goes back for it, pushes off one.
But Gregan's hard to shake, though.
Oh, he's a competitor, isn't he, George Gregan? Hasn't done too much tonight to me to suggest he should be dropped. Richie McCaw back into the tackle of Turanui. Loaki loses it forward, straight into the hands of Takiri. Now here's real trouble. Oh, if they could have shifted that.
Oh, they had so many numbers they didn't know what to do with them.
They butchered that, the Wallabies.
Yeah, wasted. This boy, Takiri, he's been involved in a lot of play, hasn't he?
We'll talk about depth, ball, and here we see replacement James Ryan coming on.
He's another one that fronted when he came on against South Africa last week in Dunedin, wasn't he? Took line out ball, got amongst it very quickly. It's all about adding value, isn't it, AJ?
Certainly is. There was a hint of an injury there to Chris Jack yesterday at training for the liner. He rolled an ankle possibly, and it could be flaring up, and hence the replacement.
And also, AJ, that was a very physical game last week against South Africa. And some of these guys will be a bit wary. Chris Jack in particular has had a huge season, Super 12 Test match rugby. So smart options, bringing on your bench.
Sione Loaki there at the tackle of Al Baxter. Let's have a look at the work of big Chris Jack. Dominant in the line-out, not showing too many signs of that rolled ankle.
He's got back to his best, hasn't he, Hamish?
Oh, I think he has. And, you know, look, to be fair, I thought last year he never really recovered from that big hit from Jerry Collins in the Super 12. We never saw the best of him throughout the international season or even earlier in this year. But just in the last few weeks, we have seen what the promise is being delivered.
Well, we're seeing it quite often now at this level, that guys that get head injuries, concussions, knocked out, whatever you want to call it, takes them a long time to recover. And the first thing it does, it knocks your confidence. And it takes a long time to recover from those injuries, but he's certainly back to his best.
And, of course, also involved heavily in this one, there's locking mate, Marley Williams.
Well, these guys talk about being good as Bucky's Borta and Victor Matfield, and the last few tests, they have been consistent performers, haven't they? Really doing the business.
It's all about combination, fellas, combinations, and they've certainly got a great one going at the moment.
Yeah, you look at the Robin, Brookie and Jones. Collapse scrum.
That would be Matt Dunning again. Well, look at his body position here, guys. He's just lying right across, heading towards the touchline, whereas he should be heading towards the goal line, so that says it all. He's just come right in on the angle, and the referee's picked it up beautifully. Cole Heyman doing a demolition job there.
Old babyface Dunning. I tell you what, they needed that. They needed something to start the side in the second half here, and it starts in that front row once again. Stand up and take a bow.
Well, you could see him there. You just have a look at him. He just angles in straight away. We'll see it here. Boom, look at his body just go across. Boy, that's dangerous for one. And it just shows a lack of ability to me, really, when he's put under pressure.
Luke McAllister with a 90% success rate in 2005. Made such a good fist of the... Well, I thought he did anyway, the third test against the Lions for a young fella. Has the accuracy, has the distance, has the flags go up. 26 points to 19. The All Blacks lead the Wallabies. Welcome back. 26-19. The All Blacks lead the Wallabies. Here's Dunning. Regan. Rogers. Sharp. Turanui. Bloody Takiri. Back on the angle. John Rowe. More ball for the Wallabies. Cannon. Rogers. Picked up by Chisholm. Lost forward in there. All Black scrum.
Again, just those little errors. Get a bit of a roll on, a bit of continuity, and then you spill the ball. You've got to be disappointed.
Yeah, good defence here, though, in the forward replay. Just putting all sorts of pressure on the support players. All Black numbers all around the ball. and the oncoming players.
Oh, engage. It's come down this side, lads. I'm looking far side. It's come down this side. Let's be careful, gentlemen.
Had a lot of collapsed scrums tonight.
Let's be careful,
That
gentlemen.
just indicates to me the pressure the Wallabies are under.
Scrum half here, please. Hole.
Mike Cron
Engage.
doing a
Scrum half.
fantastic job with this All Black pack.
Okay, scrum half. No,
Just getting better and better.
Stay there, Black, stay.
McAllister drills it down the centre of the park. Drew Mitchell, start from the 22.
No.
Smith. Takiri.
Oh, he has never had it.
Wallabies pour in.
Never had it.
Gerard with the kick in behind. And Mills Muliaina gets the kick away to touch under pressure.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of Mills Muliaina in attack. We know that's one of his greatest attributes, but he's been under a wee bit of pressure down the back there tonight, doing a lot of tidying up, but the opportunities really haven't come his way tonight.
Who's the receiver?
South Africans will be thinking, come on Wallabies, get a converted try, lock it up, a draw. And the South Africans would defend their Tri-Nations title.
The Wallabies have got both wingers lined up out on the left-hand
Turnover,
side.
Rakathoko has it, pumps it downfield. Gerard finds the safety of the touchline.
Great pressure on the tackle there from the All Blacks. Well, you can always count on it when there's a turnover. Richie McCaw will be somewhere in the mix.
Once again, though, you'd have to be disappointed that putting the pressure again once on the All Blacks deep inside their own territory and just turning it over willy-nilly and giving you an opportunity to get out into the opposition's half.
Easy, easy.
Well, Ali Williams is upset with that, taken out in the air. And there he is again, Matt Dunning.
You think he's asking to come and have a beer at my place after this, or what?
Well, Ali Williams, rightly pretty upset, taken out in the air. Let's have a listen to what the referee says.
Yes, please. First of all, please don't get involved at the top of the jump. Yeah, don't get involved at the top. It's going to be a penalty. Please don't get involved. George, could you take him away and look talking? Thank you. Post, please.
Look of innocence.
20 minutes remain, 26-19. The All Blacks and the Wallabies. Here we go. Well, it was the top of the jump there that was where it all happened. Sharp.
Yeah, I think Dunning actually took his feet from under him as well when he was coming down. I think that's where the issue, that's where he got a wee bit unsettled.
Well, the All Blacks have made it clear, the pack, the hard men, they're going to put the hard back into them, and they won't be intimidated. McAllister. Oh. He's lucky, Luke. Third penalty since he came on. 29-19.
Well, it was 20-19 when he came on. Now it's 29-19. He's made a difference.
Brilliant smile, too, from the young man.
Which way?
Just missed timing it on the kickoff there, the All Blacks. James Ryan, that's twice. He's just over jumped their pod. They work in a unit of three in kickoffs. That's the last two kickoffs they've received. They've just mistimed it slightly and it's gone over his head.
Yeah, good call, Bill. You're just learning the trade, you know, and it's a tough arena down here. You don't get second chances, and you say his timing's just a bit out there.
And I spoke of Mike Cron before. For those out there who don't know, Mike Cron is the scrum technician. He's done a lot with this All Black pack. Good opportunity here for the All Blacks to have a nice steady scrum and just get the ball out of their territory.
Sorialo.
Not offside. Hold.
McAllister thumps it down the park.
Too high, gentlemen. Let go of his head. Started off okay, then it went too high. Okay, yes.
Joe Rocafoko pinged on this occasion.
The first contact was okay, then he went to his head.
Clyde Rathbone, the man, of course, who's the centre of attention from his South African countrymen.
Well, he just got hit to the ground at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Let's have a look at this. Well,
Yeah, tough call, tough call.
he appeared to be over the shoulder, didn't he? Look at this, he goes in there, his hands over the shoulder, and it was still on the shoulder. It appeared to still be on the shoulder, so yeah, I agree with you, AJ. That was a bit of a tough call, but the Wallabies hot on attack as Gregan
has a run, turns it back infield. Rowe, just a couple of metres out. War.
Oh, great D. Ali Williams leading the way again.
Turanui, Smith, nice dummy, George Smith, the Tongan torpedo. Regan. This is where the All Black defensive lines will be fully tested. Thumping tackle and a turnover. Here it comes for Putiwipu, back to Major. Major thumps it down, but it's taken by Gerard.
First aid.
And trouble here.
First aid, please.
Oh, gee.
Knocked out here by Rathbone by the look.
Rathbone is out
Cold.
terribly. It was a big hit.
He's had
It was a
problems
huge hit.
before, hasn't he?
Oh.
He's had problems before with concussion, and this is a nasty one.
Time off, please.
He took that ball and got absolutely hammered. You don't like to see that.
No, terrible.
But great sportsmanship from the All Black players there, staying with them.
Oh, good call around. Hamish said you've got to have a great D, great defence, and it certainly was.
Richie McCaw.
Mr. Dynamic.
Some great skills tonight from Richie McCaw, as you come to expect every week, but something a little bit unusual getting involved in the line-up there. That didn't quite come off as you'd expect, but this is not a pretty sight at all. There was a huge tackle in there. I don't think there was anything illegal or untoward about it.
Oh, that's a good sign. He looks like he's sitting up a bit now. Didn't move for a little while.
Here we go.
Actually,
Rathbone there. Well, Lloyd Johansson is not exactly a household name, is he?
No, and you wouldn't know him in your households because this will be his first test. If he hits the track.
Well, he's hardly played anything else. Well, he's going to come back in. I can't believe he's going to get up and play on again, is he?
Yeah, they appeared to hit heads, didn't they? That didn't look good at all. But he's up and moving, so that's fantastic stuff. Don't like to see anyone receive a serious injury, that's for real.
No, you don't, but I can't believe he's staying on. I can't believe it. But anyway, full credit to him.
No, stand up.
15 minutes remain, 29-19.
Greg Somerville
Then he
comes
comes
on.
to the action.
The father of a new baby girl, I believe, during the week.
Wonderful news.
Fantastic.
Been around a while too. Greg Somerville now as Carl Heyman comes to the sideline.
Yes, well, he's approaching 50 tests, Hamish. This is his 49th test.
49th test match.
Fantastic stuff.
Come down then.
There's plenty left in the tank too.
I know it's hitting the far side. Look, have a look there. Just make sure we are very square.
Well, Rathbone, this is just a joke. He should be off. Does not look at all coherent, to say the least.
Yeah, the medical staff need to step in these situations, because if he gets smacked again...
Yeah, exactly. Who's responsible then? George Gregan, been nothing wrong with his performance tonight as the big All Black shunt goes on.
Oh, absolutely destroyed the Wallaby scrum.
Peeled, I think, is a description, Bull.
Peeled and eaten, mate, as they ran over the top of them. That is the ultimate insult. Not only to get screwed around physically, but then to get run over the top of. There's nothing worse as a tight five than that happening to you. Look at that. Absolutely dealt to. Tony Woodcock doing the business on the loose head side.
Takiri. Mitchell. Gregan again.
Richie McCaw. You don't get isolated when Richie McCaw's on the park.
Sport wasn't that quick enough for you.
So McAllister.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah. That's fine, yeah. Thanks for that, John, over there. Just make sure we get it square.
13 minutes to play. We're just over 13 minutes, 13 and a half minutes to play.
10 points the margin.
Substitution goal.
All the All Blacks require from this one is a win, and they win the Tri-Nation Series.
13 goals, please. 13.
See Conrad Smith on the bench coming on for the Wallabies.
13, please.
So Rathbone coming off.
And about time, as you've said, he's not 100%. Get him off before he does any more damage.
How many got?
Lloyd Johansson is on.
6. One
Rathbone
receiver.
off.
Richie McCaw takes it down the back.
Wipu. McAllister. Mayalamu.
Go, move! Don't go in there. Don't go in. Stay here.
Duran reads it nicely. Rogers thumps it down the track and into touch.
Yeah, the Wallabies were ready and waiting for that little kick through there.
Goal number 4. Goal
Snapped
4.
it up. And Rogers puts the boot into touch.
Bring him on.
Well, that was pretty confident play there we see on the forward replay. The little kick through there. McAllister's, we've known him for this. They read it well, and Gerard, full of confidence, right across his goalposts. The Australians tied it up, a pretty difficult situation.
Alex Kanar on, another one of those new names. On for the try-scoring Mark Chisholm. Ryan.
Well, the Wallabies are going through a bit of a transition time in their rugby, aren't they, as the All Blacks did a few years ago. Flooding a few players, and they'll be all the better for their future. They've got to come in sometime, these young guys, as long as they come in with a mix of experienced players as well.
You come here.
Chris White's a bit upset about something here.
James Ryan.
Legally. And you leave his head. You don't pull it back. I've told you not to do it. It's around his head. Penalty.
Penalty against James Ryan. I don't think he necessarily agreed with referee White.
Well, he could probably talk up a good case as a lawyer.
And lawyer.
You usually lose your first couple of cases, and I think he's lost that one.
Nice call, AJ.
See what he does here, will he?
That's a different ball.
Well, not much in it, was there?
Well, it's totally off the ball. There's nothing at stake there, so really, Ricky shouldn't let it go.
Gregan. Rogers to Kerry coming in.
Come away back. Thank you. That's good.
Gregan again. Gerard picks up the wobbly old pass.
Black man, get off it!
Smith into some space. Try time. Second touch in Test rugby. And the unknown, the little known Lloyd Johansson is in, and the Wallabies are right back in it.
Well, Gerard, once again, he turned a problem into a solution. He took the ball forward and set it up, and they just had numbers. Smith there doing a good job going through the tackle, and that created the problems for the All Blacks. They got him behind the defensive line here through Smith, and it was just a draw and pass situation. And Johansson, well, wouldn't believe his luck.
Well,
one test, one try, AJ.
Second touch of the ball, as Hamish has said, and he's dotted down, and I don't think he would have scored a more important try. The Wallabies are right back into this and all over the All Blacks. George Smith, a deft touch there, there's no doubt about that. He made the space. He created that try in the end. Lovely little offload. They took advantage of it.
Rogers. Oh, lucky break for the All Blacks. (29-24). It's not in the cabinet yet.
A nice play there by Rogers. He actually drew the defence to create the space there for George Smith. And the man there, he was very good. Lovely little pass there.
Well, AJ, we've got the Aussie commentators beside us in the next booth, and they're looking pretty excited now.
They scored 4 tries to 3. Rokafoko claims it. Soialo. Major with the drop goal attempt. Pushes it out to the right. Drop out from the 22. Just reiterating, 4 tries to 3 to the Wallabies. 5 points in it. A little under 10 minutes remain. Whoa.
Love it. That's what test matches are all about.
Oh, we don't want a big thrashing. We want it to go right to the wire.
Well, history hasn't been too good for us when it's gone to the wire
exactly,
there,
yeah, I talked about Kevo, I talked about Matt Burke, I talked about John Eales.
Well, the All Blacks got to do the simple things well now. Put it to the corners, and here's a man who's got a good boot. Major, just keep it in the Wallaby territory here.
Think goal, hold goal.
Some wonderful counter-attackers in this Wallaby side. I, for one, didn't buy into the well, I can think of one word to describe the... Oh! Opportunity for Howlett! Doug Howlett! Ryan in support.
Get away, go!
Malamu. Howlett! The hat-trick for Howlett.
Where did that come from?
Well, I bet Graham Henry's telling I told you it was a good thing to bring Doug Howlett back in. 3 tries.
Whoa, what can Nathan breathe a sigh of relief, one of the greats of All Black rugby.
Muliaina kicks it through, and Drew Mitchell knocks it on. Dougie Howlett gets involved here. Good thinking, good support from Ryan, the replacement block, and he makes the ball available. And Mialamu, he is a smart player. He knows how to unload, I should say, offload. Dougie Howlett, wow, 3 tries tonight, fantastic stuff.
Would have scored a more important one in the context of this game. The All Blacks faltering, stuttering, coming to the last 5-10 minutes of this match, just pushing this gap, widening it out here for the Wallabies, who fought tenaciously to get back in this match. Good try there to Doug Howlett.
Yes, the Wallabies have got close a few times tonight, AJ, but every time they've snuck up on the All Blacks have turned it up a notch or two and seem to turn it up when they have to, don't they?
Well, it's basically, Bull, it's been a mistake, and a basic one there by the number 15, Drew Mitchell.
Yep, the All Blacks were handed that try. McAllister can't convert it. 34-24. George Gregan down to the sideline. Honest endeavour, as you would expect from the world's most capped player of all time, equal most capped player. Doug Howlett gets his 39th test try. Right.
Okay, listen there, you pulled him him down in the leave him alone penalty.
Well, third time lucky for James Ryan on the kickoff, but he was taken out in the air. So the All Blacks get the penalty.
Again, just those little mistakes, the Aussies, when they're on attack, to let the pressure off the All Blacks. To look back at this tape and say what could be, what might have been.
He got the timing right on this occasion, Ryan, and he was just taken out over the top.
Can you hold for the substitution?
Smart play here by the All Blacks. They've got the line out, they've got the throw in, secure the ball, tied him, let's have a drive. Take it down to the 22, and let's see, there could be possibly another shot by Luke McAllister.
Lachlan Mackay on for Drew Mitchell.
Leave his leg! Come away, lad, come away, there he goes! Come away, number 90! Number 90! Advantage, 90! No advantage inside number 90.
You called it, AJ.
Inside.
Yeah, simple football, smart football.
We had leg speed taken away initially, and then we had this player coming inside. Thank you. Yes.
11 penalties tonight from each side. That's a lot of penalties. As McAllister gets the opportunity to add to his tally.
But he says, let me go, champ.
Couple of nice little right jabs there. No damage done though.
The All Black Maul, AJ, has been quite effective on occasions tonight, hasn't it? They've done a good job there.
I don't think they've used it enough, Bull. I think they should have taken it more in, committed these Australian forwards there and create some extra space out wide. Just let them off the hook a bit too much. Played it a wee bit too loose, and I think it's cost them. There are far too many holes, and the Australians have capitalised on that.
So Luke McAllister looking for his 4th penalty. Pushes it out to the right. Drop out from the 22. 5 minutes remain. 10 points the margin.
Well, some urgency about the Wallabies playing out. Time is ticking away. And they've got 10 points to try and put on the board. Or 11 points if they want to win.
Adam Frere coming on. And here it comes.
Kevin Senio.
Test debut for Kevin Senio. Bay of plenty halfback. Putiwipu comes off. Done brilliantly well as Putiwipu. Caught into action in the opening minutes of the Tri-Nations. And he has delivered.
Kevin Senio. 4 minutes of top-class test match football. He won't forget this in a hurry.
Of course, he's been a battle of a tug of love between Bay of Plenty and Canterbury for his services.
Chris Whittaker getting swamped there, but he manages to set it up on the deck.
Baxter. Lachlan Mackay.
Let go now, let go, don't go in there.
Takiri. Turanui. Takiri on the double around. Rogers. Doug Howland. Howland away from Takiri. Comes back up the middle. Senio. Major. Lowaki.
Let go, go, you off your feet.
Major. Rokethoko. Oh, gee.
Didn't you just have the feeling that that was about to happen?
It's always dangerous throwing the ball around in front of your goalpost, AJ, isn't it?
Well, the pass wasn't probably accurate enough. It was dipping down there right at the feet of Joe Rokethoko. Major, probably the first option was to set, pivot to his right, pop it on his left foot and put it into touch.
Second rows here. Stretch and hold. Engage. Okay.
Look for a big All Black scrum here.
Lads, we've got a problem this side. No one's there. Let's make sure that binds as high as possible, please.
Well, this is where they've been dominant right throughout the series in the tight five, especially in the front row.
Hold.
Let's see if they can pull one out.
Okay. Let's go, scrum out. Let's get it in.
George Smith has done well tonight in the number 8 jersey.
Let go, Black, let go, Black.
Whittaker.
Let go, Black.
Gerard.
Play hard, that's okay. Black, move, Black.
A slow motion replay going on there.
Whittaker to Kerry. Gerard. Sharp.
Stay away, Black, stay away, Black.
Numbers out to the right.
Hands away, Black now.
Pretty average passing though, Hamish. You get a sloppy pass like that, it slows everything down.
War.
No.
Whittaker again. Gerard.
A little bit lateral.
Turanui. Lachlan Mackay.
Let go, Black.
All a bit lateral and all about to become a bit academic too.
Advantage, Black.
Turnover. Muliaina. Is he going to pass it or decides to look with the touchline?
Tidied up, just got a wee bit loose there, wee bit untidy. Give him his touch and let's start again. Only 30-odd seconds to go.
Just want to ask the question if that was
Not
it.
even that. That is it. 34 points to 24. The All Blacks are the Tri-Nations champions for season 2005. Mark the Bull Allen. We weren't sure if we were going to say that after that 80 minutes in Cape Town.
Well, the All Blacks had some flat spots, Hamish, but they seemed every time the Wallabies got close, it looked like taking over the lead. The All Blacks, to me, just picked it up a notch or two and stepped it up again. And I've always thought they'd be a little bit flat after that big test last week against the South Africans. But they've done a good job. Not vintage stuff, but Dougie Howlett, superb game, 3 tries. Great to see him back.
Indeed, the All Blacks 34-24. The skipper Tana Rumunga there with Morgan Turanui. Clyde Rathbone looks to be over his injury. 34-24, the All Blacks, the Tri-Nations champions.
And I know that all these South African fans at 20 points to 19 were cheering on the green and golds of the Wallabies at that particular stage, but it's official now. The Kiwis have got all the cups. The Aussies are left with the saucers. Back to wrap it up and the presentation right after this on 3 Sport.
Pleaser.
Yes, Eden Park has certainly been a happy hunting ground for Dougie Howlett. Had a chat with him this week. He was smiling and really enjoying being back in the atmosphere of the black jersey, and he's a 3-try hat-trick hero tonight. So welcome back, Doug Howlett. Welcome back to 3 Sport. You're home with the All Blacks. Free to wear the crystal vase for the Lions Series, the Bledisloe Cup, and now the Tri-Nations Trophy. Let's go down and check out the presentation.
Also, Tana, while you're here, you might need a bit of help carrying the stuff later. You can receive the Bledisloe Cup from the President of New Zealand Rugby Union, Mr. John Graham, and his counterpart from Australia, Mr. Paul McLean. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'd like to hear from him. He has been a great leader this year, Tana Rumunga.
Cheers, Smithy. Thank you very much. Sorry. Firstly, yes, we have to congratulate Georgie, the young man, playing 114, which is oh mate, it just you can't really think about anyone else playing that many games. Sprightly young person like yourself, keeps yourself in good nick. Congratulations, brother, and couldn't go to a better man. On behalf of the 2005 All Blacks management, we'd like to thank all our supporters, our families, our friends. Who've stuck with us throughout the whole year. It's been a long year, it's been a tough year, but we've got something to show for your support, for getting us through all these tough times. Thank you very much.
So there it is, a magic moment for Tana Umaga and the All Blacks. The silverware with the silver fern tonight, the Bledisloe Cup alongside the Tri-Nations. Of course, it all started with the Lions series, so that means Graham Henry's winning record as the All Black coach is now 17-3. That's 17 wins, only 3 losses, and for the first time, they've got the Tri-Nations with him as the coach. So let's go and get his reaction now with AJ.
Another close victory against Australia, Graham?
Oh, yeah, but let's look at the big picture, AJ. You know, we've won 3 trophies, beat the Lions, won the Tri-Nations and the Bledisloe Cup. We're delighted. The Australians came back well, but the guys showed a tenacity and got there in the finish by 10 points, which is a reasonably large margin. And won the Tri-Nations as a result.
As I say, we've always, with the amount of press the Australians have got this coming week, write them off at your peril, and that could have proved costly tonight.
Oh, yeah, same happened in 2003 in the semi-final of the World Cup, didn't it? Now, we knew what they were like. We knew how they would come back, and they've got some quality players out there, obviously. We're inclined to prejudge things in this country and think it's going to be easy, but it's never easy against the Australians.
As it proved tonight. Also, it must be developing, Graham, a great culture in the side, under some pressure, some question marks, but they came back again. It must be a fun team to be involved with.
Well, there's a lot of character and tenacity there, and they got through a number of games this year, particularly in the Tri-Nations from behind. And when the score was close, they dug deep and got the victory. And we've got a lot of developing to do. Like, it's a maturing side, and it's still got a long way to go, but it's just great to have that character there.
Talk about developing a successful season. You mentioned all those trophies, the silverware in the cabinet, the Grand Slam. Any surprises in store for us going forward?
I wouldn't think so. You know, we've got 4 games. We need to develop a rugby team in those 4 games again. Keep on developing, and if the Grand Slam happens, that'll be a bonus, really.
One we certainly look forward to, Graham. Congratulations on an outstanding season.
Thanks, AJ. Thank you.
Yes, a very happy coach there, Graham Henry. Look forward to that Grand Slam tour coming up on 3 Sport, and some great celebrations too for the All Blacks. Back with more reaction right after this. Stay with us. Fiji, a 3-way romp against the Lions, had a battle against the Box and started with the loss in the Tri-Nations, but wins at Sydney, Dunedin, and now here in Auckland tonight. And they've got the spoils, the silverware, the Bledisloe Cup. They've lifted the lid on the Tri-Nations as well for 2005. Welcome back to 3 Sport, your home of the All Blacks, free to wear. And I suppose when it comes to players we love to hate, it's George Gregan. That's because he is such a champion Wallaby. And of course tonight, Test match 114, equaling the world record. And a lot of flack across the Tasman. We're surprised by that because he is such a great player. Let's get his reaction tonight to his record-equaling Test match with Alan Wetton.
Well, George, 20 minutes into the Test match, the All Blacks 20 points up to nil. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, we better play some footy when we get our hands on the ball. It was like that in that first stanza, and they just capitalised on every sort of mistake we made, which a great team does, and they've certainly been very good this year. And we just spoke about let's play some football in their half when we get the ball in our hands. And to the credit of the players, we did that. But you know, we made some errors once we got back into the game in the second half, which sort of allowed McAllister to knock over about 9 easy points, and that was, you know, that's the difference in these big games.
There was all that hard work, and just before half-time scored, you came back a different team. Obviously, having a chat in the shed, and 20 points to 19, you really had the All Blacks taking a backward step and just let them off the hook.
Yeah, we did. That's it. Like, we worked really hard to get ourselves back in the game, and that old saying, like, you don't necessarily win a game in the first 20, but you can lose a game, and that probably came back and haunted us. And once we got our noses back into that match by about 1 point, we allowed them off the hook with a few ill-disciplined penalties, and you know, he knocked over some really big pressure goals, and that was probably gave them the breathing space.
It's been a tough week, probably a tough several weeks really. The The press has been on your back. Your form has been questioned. Losses for the Wallabies, a lot of injuries. But really, that was a good character performance there by the team tonight.
Yeah, it was. But, you know, like one thing I never have to sort of worry about within this team is character and courage and blokes putting in a big, solid effort. But, you know, we're not happy with what's happened over this past month. You know, we're pretty hard on ourselves, and 5 losses isn't good enough. And, you know, we need to work on these areas which are letting us down. And it comes down to, you know, key points in a match. And that's the difference. And, you know, this group needs to learn it, and we'll learn from it. But, you know, we're not happy with where we are at the moment.
Well, George, 114 test matches you've got under your belt in the number 9 jersey. After your performance tonight, I'm sure there's a few more left, and you'll be looking forward to those as well, no doubt.
Yeah, oh, well, mate, the big thing is I'm still enjoying it. Like, it's pretty hard not to enjoy those types of occasions. And playing against a great opposition like the All Blacks, always positive rugby. They're great matches to play in. You played in a few yourself, so you know what it's all about. And, you know, as long as I'm still enjoying it, feeling healthy and contributing to the team's cause, then I'll keep playing. And that's how I feel at the moment, and that's the main thing.
Well, George, we certainly see you playing in that number 9 jersey, and thanks very much for your contribution.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yes, it wouldn't be great to see George Gregan go on and play Test match number 115 and set that new world record for the Australians. Well, at 20 points to 5 at half-time, the All Blacks looked pretty much comfortable. You were relaxed at home. We had the game under control, but I tell you what, in the second half, it was a different story. Let's check out the highlights now with Hamish Mackay.
Indeed, it was a different story, and there's that champion of a player, George Gregan, laying it on here. Mark Gerard hitting the afterburner, and what a start to the second half by the Wallabies. Matt Rogers with a little turn and pass, and Gerard, who'd laid on a try in the first half for his Brumby teammate Chisholm. And here we go, Leon McDonald. Well, he was subbed straight after this. Lottie Takiri getting on the end of the charge down, and it was really South Africa to Dunedin from a week again. A charge down and a try to the Wallabies, and they were starting to rock and roll right back into it. The last team you need to give a sniff of an opportunity to. Here's George Smith and Johansson. Second touch in Test rugby, and he's in for the try. And suddenly, the Wallabies had scored 3 second-half tries and were right back in it at Eden Park. So it was the All Blacks who needed something special. They needed to dig deep to keep the Wallabies at bay. Mills Bulliaino with the deep kick. Dougie Howlett chasing a hat-trick. 2 tries in the first half. Young James Ryan, cool-headed. The lock forward, Kevi Maialamu. Who else there? Doug Howlett, hat-trick. Howlett on a big night at Eden Park. So superb to see him back in the All Black Test starting 15. And he really did love this occasion. Once again, another look at that from Ryan and Doug Howlett. Man management of this All Black management side has been superb. Howlett been waiting in the wings for his opportunity. 3 tries on his home track at Eden Park. He enjoyed and savoured the moment of the All Black victory over the Wallabies. Bledisloe Cup Tri-Nations in the bag. In the end, the All Blacks having to work pretty hard for their victory after racing out to that 20 points to 0 lead. 34-24 territory. Well, that was in favour of the All Blacks possession. Wallabies actually had a slightly more possession. Rucks and Mauls pretty even, but that time in the danger zone inside the 22 favouring the All Blacks. Handling errors pretty even. Turnovers 1 in favour of the All Blacks, and the All Blacks, of course, able to launch a lot off their line out, plucking 1 or 2 throws, or maybe more, 3 or 4 away from the Wallabies. 34-24 the final score.
So when you think about it, you've got a great test match there for the All Blacks' 400th test match. I mean, 58 points were scored, 4 tries apiece, 10-point victory for the ABs, and Dougie Howlett comes home with a hat-trick. And you've got to say the All Blacks management has been spot on this year. They saved Joe Rokothoko, brought him back for Sydney. He was the superstar over there. They've brought back Dougie. They let the Doug out tonight. So let's get his reaction with Alan Wetton, our player of the day for the All Blacks.
I guess the 3 tries says it all, Doug. Welcome back home.
Yeah, it's great to run out as an All Black once again.
It's been a difficult season in some ways, sitting on the sidelines waiting to grab your opportunity, but you certainly took it tonight.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a wee while between drinks in the black jersey. The last game I played was the first Lions test, so it's great to be back here.
Competition hasn't probably been greater, really, in the number 11 jersey and number 14. You really wanted it to get back out there, didn't you? Show your goods.
Oh, very much so. It's pretty disappointing once you get dropped from the All Black squad, and you know, it just you know, fuels the fire to get back in, really.
Something special about the side, though, Doug, the Lions Series, Tri-Nations Cup, and the Bledisloe Cup must be fantastic to be part of a side that can go on to great things.
Well, that's right. You know, the end goal is, you know, 2007, so we're building towards that, and, you know, this is one more step.
Well, the end-of-year tour, obviously, some aspirations there, a Grand Slam must be in the back of the mind.
Yes, obviously I'd love to, but as I found out, that it's pretty tough work in the All Black jersey, so I'll get back and play some NPC with the Auckland boys and hope for, keep my fingers crossed for the All Blacks.
You score another 3 tries like that, Doug, I'm sure you'll be on that tour.
Thanks, boss.
Well done tonight.
Cheers.
Yes, test match number 48, a very special one for Dougie Howler. Picks up those 3 tries and now he's got 39 test tries. He'll be looking forward to celebrating his 40th on the Grand Slam Tour. That's coming up on 3 Sport, November 6. It starts against Wales and then every Sunday, the 4 home nations right here on 3. It'll be a hell of a lot tougher than the Lions down here. The All Blacks playing away from home, but you can see it at home on your home of the All Blacks free-to-air. That's TV3, of course. And don't forget, if you can't wait, check out the MPC tomorrow. Should be an absolute belter. We've got the boys from the Bay of Plenty, the Steamers, taking on Auckland. So lots of action still to look forward to on 3 Sport. On behalf of the team here at 3, I'm Clint Brown, and I suppose we'll leave you tonight with the best blokes present ever for Father's Day. The boys in black have done the business, so happy Father's Day from everyone in black and from everyone at TV3. Good night.
Streets are cleared away, one by one. Hollow heroes separate as they run. You're so cold, keep your hand in mine. Wise men wander while starmen die. Show me how it ends, it's alright. Show me how defenseless you really are.
The 2005 Tri-Nation Series, proudly brought to you by Ford.